Oh, hello everybody. This is Malcolm Parker again. This time he went first place in our locals. He went undefeated. And what deck were you playing?
Basically monarchs.
All right. Did you make?
Powerful monarchs.
Yeah. Did you make any changes to the decks?
I made a slight few changes here and there, but I'm comfortable with it.
Oh, you comfortable with your build now?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get down to the deck, shall we?
Sure thing. Of course, first thing I'm going to start with the monsters. Starting right off the bat, got 3 ethers. You need that for any monarch deck.
All right.
Next up is 3 Eravis. Of course, you need that. I'll get later into detail a little bit about why, just in case. 3 Eidos, 2 Idea, 2 Effect Veilers, 2 Majesty Sphinx, 1 Karaz, and 1, this is my favorite guy, I can't pronounce his name, but I'll try, Agmarl, the Fiendish Monarch. This guy is my favorite. I like all the Monarchs, but he's pretty cool.
Oh, what's some combos you could do with that guy?
Basically, if you have, let's just say you sided in Twin Twisters and you already played once in the grave, you tribute for him, banish a Twin Twister, search for another Twin Twister right away. Or any other card, basically, that if you banish in the graveyard and you need something right away, and it's in your deck, you want to use it again, this is your guy to get that card.
All right.
This is why he's my favorite, and he looks badass. I saw some other builds, I'm not gonna lie, that played 2, but I'm comfortable with 1. I don't like this guy in my hand. I don't know why, it just feels weird, and I just don't like that. Every other card, awesome. Ether's just really good with Stormforth. She's just badass, and it protects you. She protects you in so many ways. Erebus, what can I say? Shuffle anything basically, graveyard, hand, etc., etc. And 3 Eidos. I'm still thinking about this ratio right here between Edias and Eidos. Still thinking about it. It's probably going to either change or stay the same. But right now, I'm okay with this ratio.
Right. Last time you played 2 Eos and 3 Idea. Which ratio worked out better for you?
I'm gonna be honest. This is slightly working out better. But balance is always the key. So this might change. This 3-to-2 ratio. But right now it's working. I'm glad that this will always be here. You need this for just so many decks, obviously.
All right, nice.
All right.
Yes.
Let's get to the next thing, which will be the spells.
I mean, so you play 17 monsters, right?
Yep.
All right.
Balance is key. All right, here's the spells. Of course, you need the powerful search engine card named Pantheism. 3 of those. 3 Tenacities. 3 Domains. 3 Stormforce.
Nice gold.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I like how you look. 3 Returns. 3 Upstarts. 1 Blast. Favorite card. And 1 for 1. Basically, you need Pantheism. It's basically the card that speeds up your deck, or one of the cards that does. You can basically dump a card, monarch spell, or trap card from your hand, draw 2, banish itself from the graveyard, search for any card in your deck, up to 3. Basically any monarch player would know this. Banish, search for these 3 guys. If you got a big guy in your hand, big like Ether or Erebus, reveal the monster, and search for whatever else. You can also trick your opponent if you're really good at it, and make them think, oh, they don't have a guy, you don't have an Ether or something in their hand, and really, it's really a mind game with that. This card I love so far. Basically, it's the Cyclone for Monarchs. Basically, destroy it face down, banish it from the graveyard along with another Monarch Solar Trap card, destroy another set card that they have. This Speaking of earlier when I said changing the build up, not only is this recently added, this adding two more of these was recently added speeds up the deck in terms of searching, and I'll always have a mega monarch or something else that I need that's essential to my hand. So plus it's good fodder for the graveyard and whatnot.
Mm, nice. I love this. I love this build.
All right, and then of course the traps. I'm kind of I sort of do and don't like the traps. I'm still getting used to it. Two primes and one escalation. I love prime. Any monarch player loves prime, simply for the fact that basically you can dump it from the graveyard using Pantheism effect to draw. It recycles when you need to. It even becomes a monster when you need to. And it protects your life points when it's essential, so no one can just wipe you out most of the time. This card, I'm still getting used to this card. I'm trying to. It's growing on me more and more. It helps when I need it to help, like when I don't have a Stormforth, or when someone goes when I summon Idea or Eidos and I'm like effect, I'm like nope, effect Veiler. This guy comes in handy because if I have a big guy in my hand and I have two monsters or whatever on the field, even though they have effect Veiler or something, this guy helps me still tribute on their turn. So it's like it basically tells my opponent, hey, you did that, but so what? Still getting used to it though.
So far, has been winning you games.
Oh yeah, it's pretty helpful. So I'm not gonna lie, yeah, escalation is pretty helpful.
Nice.
All right, now for the side deck. I love the side deck. For starting off, 3 Maxis, 3 Twin Twisters, 3 Artifact Lancias.
Just me too.
I mean, sorry, 2. Of course, 2. 2 Seals, 1 Treacherous Trap Hole, 1 Effect Veiler, 1 Caius, 1 Zaborg, and 1 March. Obviously for this, this is basically good for those decks that go off, because it's fun to play the Maxi challenge with them and see how far they'll go. If they want to go, oh okay, they dump the Maxi. Do I want to keep going or not? It's fun to do that to another player, because either way you win. Twin Twisters, 3 is essential because for some decks require stuff to be popped, and some people are just a-holes who want to play a heavy background, or this certain pendulum decks needs to go away.
Plus, you don't all lose to Master Restrict, right?
Yeah, screw that card. Then the next ones are the Lancias. This card is good against mirror matches. Basically, if you play this on your opponent's turn, stops them from banishing stuff. So no Pantheism, no Idea, no Eidos, none of that. So if it stops them, it helps you. It's all the better. This card, I love this card. This card basically in a mirror match stops. If you select the right card, I would say Stormforth. Me and my friend Chris would say Stormforth, because if they can't tribute your stuff, I don't really care if they can deck in. They can deck in all day long. But if they can't tribute my stuff, I'm worried free. Plus, another good thing is it doesn't stop me from using the card that I stopped them from using. So if I stop them from using Stormforth using this card, I can still use Stormforth. They just can't do it anymore. They can't tribute my stuff. So, love this card. In the future, I have this mindset where I like playing stuff at 3 because I want to draw into it, but 2 seems to be okay right now.
Nice.
1 Treacherous Trap Hole. This card is lovely, especially against decks that's the summon stuff that can mess me up. So, popping stuff in the field is always fun, and I believe it doesn't target either.
It targets too.
It does target. Well, it's still pretty helpful, especially when there's cards that people overlay for, or synchro for, or whatever else for, and it's always fun to like say, hey, pop that please. Another effect Veiler, because it never hurts to have a third one just in case you need to draw into it. And stop some plays, especially probably in monarchs, mirror matches, and other stuff. Caius is pretty fun, not only because it burns, but if you tribute a dark monster, you can target up to 2, banish 2. On certain decks, this card is deadly against. Other decks, it's like he just needs to stay on the bench for a while until another deck player comes along. Not that card though. This card is an MVP against certain decks, or a lot of decks actually. Um, if you play it the right way, you can basically take out most of their extra deck. So if some decks that rely on their extra deck, if you take out most of their good cards, they can't really do much. And if you do it again and get rid of the rest of their cards, what can they overlay into, synchro into? What can they go into? Some decks you gotta be careful of. That was told, and I learned the hard way as well. Certain decks, this card you have to be careful what you dump, because if you don't do it right, then that kind of screws you over. And last but not least, March. At first, I was reluctant to make this a side card, but then I thought about it. There's a 50% chance. I'm just throwing a number out there. 50% chance that you might bump into other Monarch decks, mirror matches, and this card is practically useless. And I was thinking of the glass half empty, where the other 50% is Mermills, Cosmos, etc., etc., and they do target stuff. Some of their stuff does target, but then I thought if I side this, my opponent probably wouldn't expect this, and even if they do, they got to get around this, so it'll just be another target for them to target. So it'll be kind of hard to get over a big monster like Caius with this and Domain, and then have a set card ready for him or something else. It gives them stuff to worry about. So after a while, I agreed to make this a side card, and I'm happy for it.
All right.
So,
any closing thoughts? Do you feel like this build is better than your last build?
yes, I believe it's stronger. I'm not gonna take credit for it because it's always gonna be. There are so many similar Monarch decks. I just like this build. I will be honest. I forgot the term, but deck copy, DN copy, whatever. I just basically kept testing it, and basically, this build I love it because it's stronger than the previous one I had, and it does a lot of stuff that the previous build just had limit to. So it's still up for change. It's still up for changing to make it stronger, but hopefully Konami doesn't hit it. If it does, then it was fun while it lasted. Yeah.
I agree with you. Thank you so much, Malcolm. All right, everybody have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.